Does laws of attraction really work? I'm here to tell you it does. And if you're not getting what you desire, you're doing something wrong. All right. First of all, a law is a principle, right? Basically, right? So a principle is here. What is a principle? Let's get straight to it. A principle is something that you have had an experience with that gave you an outcome and told you whether this either aligns up with you or it doesn't. I'm gonna use those terms instead of using the term good and bad. All right? Because everything is actually good if you really want to be honest about it. Because everything is truly for your highest good, really though. But we get it twisted because of the wordplay. And what a lot of people don't understand is, see, first of all, the people who brought you laws of attraction in this age or modern age or whatever you want to look at it, they're only human. They telling you things from their experience that it works. Look, y'all, they didn't come up with it. It was people before them that practiced these principles, right? These laws, if you will, right? And they just follow suit, right? But and they doing their best to tell you what to look for, right? They're not really telling you what to do. They're telling you what to look for because the only way you can get to know a principle, as I described, is that you have an experience with it. Duh. Right? Law governs all events. Right? Right. So there's different aspects that can be spoken to you to get you to see this, right? But we're going to take it one step at a time. First, understand the basic foundation, right, of a law, of principles, right? You need to know what these are to begin manifesting, right? So just say, for instance, you sit in the house all day, you have no experience in nothing, right? I'm not saying that you cannot manifest because manifestation is a given right. It is your birthright. You're going to manifest regardless. Whether you manifest your desires or not is depending on how you think, right? It depends on how you think. So, if you're in the house, never go outside, you don't have much experience, right? But out of default, some came to mind, and you thought, and it probably was a fleeting thought, right? You didn't have any expectations of an outcome. You didn't judge it. You just, I like that. I like that, so to speak, right? Or something, right? But in that very moment of stillness, of quietness, of that fleeting thought, your heart was coherent. Your heart was involved. In that very little moment. Why do we have moments like this? Well, we have them naturally, actually. Right? But why? Because it's built in you to manifest. You didn't come here to struggle. No, 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 no. See, we got a lot of unpacking to do, right? And I'm talking about me, and I'm talking about you. Yes, you. We have a lot of unpacking to do. But that unpacking starts with understanding, how did I get like this? How did I get off beat so severely to where I'm just misfiring, right? to where I just can't get this program. They talking about laws of attraction. How did I get like this? Well, it's interesting because my theory is the same technology, words that you use to put yourself in that bind is the same technology you're going to need to get out of it. You see? Because words cast spells. Now, I know a lot of people hear that, oh, cast spells, and they're going to be thinking, and you're going to be thinking like, oh, that's bad, that's evil. Not exactly. It's a two-way street, right? But you should probably look up what the word cast means. And then look up the word spell. Don't take it for granted that you know what these words mean, because you have been doing this all along, and this is why you cannot manifest. You're confused, right? The subconscious is blocked by, they say, energy, right? Oh, your energy is blocked. Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. The subconscious is blocked by your vocabulary, right? Because you use your vocabulary, right, to construct your belief system. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Isn't that how they taught you how to communicate? By using words? You see? Now, there's different levels of this communication, and we're going to get to that maybe in another video. But I want you to get the basics. Comprehend. Stop, look, and listen, right? The harder you try, and excuse me for laughing, but I'm laughing at myself, right? Knucklehead. Yeah, but it's cool because I learned a lot doing those trials. But the harder you try, the more it's going to run from you. The more it's going to flee. I'm going to talk more about that whole idea later in other videos. I'm not here to pull your change. Not at all. I've been studying this shit since I was 4 years old. 4 years old, right? And you would probably think, damn, it took you that long to get it? Yeah, well, I was raised differently than what my design was originally. I was raised differently than what my design is, right? Meaning I wasn't myself for a whole bunch of years, right? So a whole bunch of years, I didn't practice things that would come out of me naturally, right? Because I didn't believe in them. I didn't believe in myself, right? I believed in everything around me. I didn't want to be me. I wanted to be you. You know? The cool kid. You feel me? So, as a byproduct of being wanting to be the cool kid, that's what I got, right? And I became a person that misfires, not just in the laws of attraction or manifestation, if you will, but throughout life, period, making bad decisions and all these things. But my point is, and I don't want to get away from the topic, is that it boils down to words. You see, I told myself many lies. I was not original. You, if you're misfiring, I'm sure, is telling yourself a lie. And not only do you tell yourself a lie, right? You live it, because words cast spells, right? Okay then. All right. I'm just making sure y'all understand that part of the game, right? So words cast spells, and you want to know how to manifest things. Well, first off, you have to have a desire. We all have that, huh? Oh yeah, desire is a bad son of a... I love her. I really do. She's so beautiful, lovely, sophisticated son of a... You know what I mean? But listen, hear me out. So desire is the cause of activity, right? Try to understand that. The cause of activity. So ask yourself, how the hell is desire the cause of activity? Desire is just a, what is desire? Ha 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 ha. You see, now we headed somewhere. We're getting on the right track here. We're getting closer and closer. And like I said, I'm going to talk about a lot of different other things in other videos, right? But I really want to grab you by the hand, honestly, because I know the dangers and the damage that this stuff can do to a person's brain, entire physicality, right? It can do a lot of damage when you constantly trying to do something or get something. It takes you out of character, right? It causes a misfiring. So if you misfiring, your body ain't operating correctly, right? Your thoughts is not in orbit. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about a lot of things here, right? But to stay on the topic, check yourself. You don't have to be perfect to do these things. You just have to be aware of what to do. That's it. It's really not hard. Like I said, it is your birthright. It happens every day. You're just not paying attention to it. You're not aware of it. Simple as that. You are not aware of it. Say that to yourself. When you look in the mirror, say, man, I'm not aware. And that's cool to say. I had to say that. You know why? Because it was the truth. I wasn't aware. I'm not going to keep telling myself that, oh, I got this, I'm going to do this. Man, I did that for a long time, right? And the only time that I noticed when I would manifest, it would be out of default, right? It was times where I would just manifest weekly, right? Thousands of dollars to my bank account. And I'm not making this up, bro. I wish we can go back to that bank, but I'm going to be honest with you. It kind of scared me. I'm like, I think I'm going to owe their ass. But then I figured it out later, right? But when you started manifesting things, living that abundant life, and I'm going to tell you how to get to that abundant life. I'm going to tell you what abundant is, but you got to stick with me with these videos. I have a lot going on. Right now, I'm going through an upgrade, and all throughout the day, it's not the same. Every day is not the same. I'm just like the weather, honestly. Just like the weather. I change like that. But not in the sense where I lose sight of or focus on who I am. It's just energy, right? Energy. We all have energy, so to speak, right? We all have that rotating and going on with us. So it's just that. You know what I mean? It's just that. But know that what I'm telling you, I don't want you to believe me because, like I told you in the beginning, right? I don't want you to believe me in a sense. Okay, let me rephrase that because I want to I'm going to be thorough with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that I tell you something thorough, right? That is correct. I want you to believe me, right? Right? I want you to believe what I'm telling you is the motherfucking truth. Really. Right? I'll be lying if I didn't say that. But here's the thing. That's just enough to get you to investigate. That's just enough to get you to be aware. That's just enough to get you to look at some things, right? The knowing, knowledge, know the ledge, don't go too far, is the experience. So once you get the principle, right? Now you know. You're like, oh shit, I see how I just did that. Because you're paying attention to you. See, one of the biggest things in life that you're going to have to do is learn how to manage yourself. You first. If you can't manage you, and I mean all of you, not that half breathing motherfucker breathing like he damn near dead. Nah, that nigga that No, not that cat. I'm sorry about the Nigga word. But that guy, or any person, that threw me off. But the guy that's half breathing, walking with his all hunchback, posture and all that plays a role in this, bro. All and we gonna get into that. But I'm not just gonna put it on a platter and say, here, it wasn't done for me that way. What I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna give you something even better than putting it on a platter. I'm gonna give you you. This is what my plans are, right? So don't judge me. Don't compare me to the big people you hear out there talking about this and who have all the publicity and talking about this. Cause they doing the same thing that every other person is doing. It's an industry. They're not giving it to you. They're giving you awareness. That's all. They're giving you awareness. That's why you can't get it. They're giving you awareness. It's things you need to know to do this thing. It's a space that you should occupy in order to do this. So without taking up all the time of your moment, let's do this again. First, decode you, right? Ask yourself questions. Why can I not get this? That's a segue, right? That's a pathway to you. Because only you going to answer the motherfucking question. I'm just being real. Pardon my language. But only you going to answer the question. You going to be the one that's going to get the answer. Yeah, where it's going to come from? The divine matrix. And I know that word matrix don't sit well with a lot of people, but we're going to talk about that too, right? It's not a bad word. It's a word of awareness. I promise you. I don't even know another person that actually describe what the matrix really is, right? But I'm going to give you a huge hint. You see, the key is to use your brain, right? But if like the character Jesus said, you can instead of giving a person fish, teach them how to fish, right? Yeah. So we're gonna do some casting in the net. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you all about that too, right? So there's a lot to learn, right? And I don't know where everybody's at, so I'm gonna be very general with a lot of stuff, right? Because everybody's on different planes and different levels, right? But first, start with yourself. Like I said, don't get lost in the sauce because it can easily happen because you stepping outside of your body. Really, you are stepping outside of your body, trying to do something that's really that you don't really have the tools to do it with. Well, I take that back. You have the tools, you just don't know how to use your tools, right? And you jumping out of your body trying to learn how to do these things. And that's only taking you further away from the truth, which is you. It is your birthright. Let that sink in. It's your birthright to manifest any kind of life that you want. Ain't nobody hiding nothing. It ain't no secrets in the sense of you can't have it. You can have just as much as anyone else has. Right? So all this doomsday shit that people are talking about on the internet, all these characters getting on here talking about this and that, about you're targeted. You might be targeted, but you're not targeted that way. Because listen, man, we have a government that is huge, humongous, right? If they don't want you to know something, you wouldn't know it. You don't think that these social media places is plugged? If they didn't want you to know, you would not be hearing my voice. You would not be seeing me on here, right? They represent us. Get that through your head, man. Get rid of all that doomsday stuff. It's not going to serve you. Because your conditions is the way it is. If you came up in my generation, and that's the only generation I can speak for at this moment, or I will speak for at this moment, We inherit that shit. At some point, it gotta stop. It gotta be cut off, right? So who gonna do the cutting off? Is it gonna be you? Do you think it's worth to be the person that can manifest anything, to live a life of abundance? Do you think your life is worth that? To change generational curses? Do you think you're worth that? The time and the effort, the patience, the diligence, the resilience. You got it in you, but do you think you're worth it? Because that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, you can play this game, you know what I mean? The game from running from one wall to the other, bumping your head. You can do that all the way until it's over, until game is over, right? And I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. You can play that game so long that your electricity gonna run out real fast. I promise you. That shit is exhausting. Keep it 100. It's exhausting. That shit wear a motherfucker down. You see what I'm saying? So, the thing is, and I want to make this clear to everybody, right? I want y'all to know. Because I'm tired of people, well, I'm not really tired of it because I really don't care, right? It's neither here or there with me, but I'm going to use it as a point to accomplish my point. People would tell you many things about their experience. It doesn't mean that you're gonna have the same experience. So when you hear like, man, laws of attraction don't work, some people be using that just to get your motherfucking attention, right? To get likes, right? And to grow a population here in this community, right? Some people just try to, what they call that, playing on your intelligence or feed into your emotions, right? They'll do that. People will do anything for, these days, for a fan base. I don't even see them making that much money. You know what I mean? But maybe one day they will. Who knows? Because yeah, it makes sense to do it, to make these videos and stuff like that. But on the same token, it makes sense even more to make you. It's worth it. You're worth it. I don't care what nobody says, bro. I don't care how the fuck you feel right now. I don't care what happened last night. I don't care about what your friends said about you. I don't care how much drugs or alcohol you done abused, bro. I can give you a secret too about drugs. And I'm not gonna do it though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not, some people will be like, want to take a shortcut. Fuck that. Fuck getting to know me and making me better. I'm going to go do these drugs and blah, 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 blah. Nah, you got to be mature enough to fuck with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Our creator put opium and cocaine, coca, and all that shit on this earth. You know what I mean? But it's for a real reason. You know what I mean? So, take the time out and just think about that, right? I'm not going to be making these videos so close to each other, exactly talking about this. And if I so happen to get an urge or desire to make a video because I got a bright idea, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it. But don't get greedy. Because if the video is here and you can see it, it's going to be here. Take your time with the first video, right? Because I'm going to walk you through this shit in a way that you can get back to yourself, back to your true nature, right? And I have a lot, but I just can't. So what I have came from me. It is me, but I worked hard for it. I went through the mud for it, right? Down there, lost my life for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Still recovering from this shit. But I don't want you to have it that easy. I'm just gonna keep it real, right? Because I want you to know you, not me. You know what I mean? I want you to get the same advantages and privileges that I had. I want you to get the rewards. See, because this shit is a step-by-step process, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the reward system is so huge, bro. It's huge. Woo. Mind-blowing huge. Who the fuck else you know? I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you. Who you know had their mind blown for 6 months straight every day? Blown. You know what it feels like to have your mind blown? In a moment. God damn. 6 months straight, bro. Do y'all hear me? And it's still happening. But I'm learning to adjust to it. I'm learning to be like, okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know what it's gonna do, right? Because I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I don't know how big something is, right? But that's the fascinating part about life. I don't want to get rid of that mind blowing part. Once you sink or not, once you sink in, those things are gonna happen. But these are the enjoyments of life. These are the things that's gonna heal your body. These are the things that's gonna make them cells in your motherfucking body jump around. Like jump around. You know what I mean? It's gonna do a lot of wonderful things, right? It's gonna make you look younger. It's gonna maintain you. It's gonna increase you. Cause this ain't about maintaining it. It never was. You know how people be like, "What's up, Joe? Oh, I'm cool. I'm just maintaining." Nah, fuck that. This ain't about maintaining, bro. You know what I mean? This is about progress, evolution, growing. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is about. So everything, if I make a video relating to this, everything I say, it's gonna be leading to something, right? Just got to break it down. Listen, pay attention, hear what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? If it's a word or something that you don't know, look it up. Look it up. We got AI. AI. Ooh. Don't be sleep on AI. You may not want to support it because of all the doomsday stuff behind it, but let's be realistic about it, right? It's here. It's here and it's progressing. It's progressing. It's progressing. It ain't going nowhere, bro. You think them people spent all that money to make that up, to create that, and not get their money back? Duh. Let's be realistic. AI ain't going nowhere. You might as well take advantage of it, right? Now, if you want to be so proactive about things of that nature, get with your community. You know what I mean? But a lot of us don't have courage to do that, right? Because we're probably terrified of our community or something, right? It's something, right? It's something in us that won't let us be at the best version of ourselves. To go say, well, I'm so interested in stuff like this and the politicians, da 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 da. What do you guys think? You know, stuff like that, right? But yeah, so let's start from the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't even want to make these videos. I said, you know what? I'm done. I ain't finna be making over. I ain't here to say no world. You know what I mean? And I'm not. I'm not here to save the world. A lot of people, just save the world stuff. But I'm sorry. They got it wrong. And if they don't have it wrong, then show me the crystal ball that you got. Because this crystal ball up here says, nah. Nah. The world don't need saving. Right? Think about it. People do. And the only person that can save you is you. But I can help you get there. You know what I mean? I got a lifesaver, right? I'm going to pull you in. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when I pull your ass out that motherfucking water, you got some work to do, pimp. I ain't drying you off. You going to have to do that. Right? You'll be all right. Everything going to work out. Stick to the goals. Stick to the plan. Stick to you. Get to know you better. And here's another thing, right? So I went through a messy job that I didn't even have to go through, right? But I wanted to know every aspect of this, right? So, but I want to tell you that you don't have to go through the mess that I went through. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to give you some key elements that's going to take you, some key elements that's going to drive within you, right? You know what I'm saying? It's going to take you on the inside, make you think, right? Don't you know when you started reconstructing your vocabulary, listen to me, reconstructing your vocabulary, you're reconstructing your mind, right? If you're reconstructing your mind, what else are you doing? Message. Yes. So take advantage of these opportunities, bro. You know, like I said, I'm not a content creator like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking into this. You know what I'm saying? And since I know we got AI and we are in a digital age, the age of information, I'm thinking about getting on board, right? But my real concern is that this is therapy for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just it's therapy for me because I'm pissed. I was pissed off, bro. That I felt like I got taken advantage of trying to learn this shit, going to certain peoples and you know what I'm saying. And I felt like they left me out to dry, right? So for me to transmute that emotion, that idea, that energy, right? I said, well, the only way I can transmute it is just help some more people right the right way. You know what I'm saying? So these are my intentions. I don't know how well I'm gonna do, and I'm not saying I'm the greatest of all time. I didn't say that. Somebody else did. But my goal is just to be a helping hand here. You know what I'm saying? Be a helping hand. So once you start doing this thing, you know what I mean. Just check out the program, right? I just want you to just take some time out and just think about and just look around. You know what I'm saying? Feel yourself, breathe. You know, feel your body. How you feel? Ask yourself these questions, right? What does it look like to feel better? What does that look like? Ask that question, and boy, you're definitely gonna be up and doing some things. Um, but you can't be scared. You gotta get rid of that fearful shit, right? See, our ego done put us in so much motherfucking trouble because it's overinflated. The ego is not bad. You need the ego. You need the ego to eat. Have anybody ever told you that? And for those who know, you know, right? But I'm talking to those who don't know, right? Your ego is overinflated, blood. You're a criminal. You're a criminal to yourself. You're vandalizing you. Real talk. You're vandalizing yourself, man. And it's about time to stop, right? Like I say, everybody that I've known, even though I was pissed off and mad, because I couldn't get that shit, right? And I had it all the time. See, this is such thing of going past the goal, right? Like, you made the touchdown. Why the fuck is you still running? There's a such thing as that. Going past the goal. You're doing too much. You went too far, buddy. Right? Felt good. You went, yay! Touchdown! Yay! You started running. Yay, yay, yay! Nigga, shut the fuck up. Calm down. Sit down. And get another one. So this is a process that takes time, right? And don't take that the wrong way, because it don't necessarily mean it's gonna take forever. This shit can actually happen overnight, honestly, right? Like I said, had I not wanted to know everything about it, it wouldn't have took me so long and so on. But being that I did play the long game in a ugly way, I'm right now living in my past assumption, right? But the beautiful thing about it, I know that, I'm aware of that, right? And the other beautiful thing about it is, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because the way I look at it, the shit that I went through, nigga, it's a wonder that I still got this or can even talk. It's ugly, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I ain't mad at nobody, bro. For real, for real. I ain't mad at nobody. Because once you get to yourself, you're going to be the same way. You're going to be like, whoa, whoa. And then we can help each other. Then I'm going to be probably looking at your video like, whoa, I didn't know that. Interesting. right? That doesn't happen too often because I was reading the book called Think and Grow Rich, and I'm like, whoa, I thought I was just a little local ass nigga. We think just alike. I know all that. But you have to believe in it. You got to have you got to be definite about all of this shit, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be definite about you. I wasn't definite about me, right? I was still looking for validation, right? Confirmation. But if you think about it, that's the way we were born, right? When we were kids, born, whatever, we have to validate things, right? Or get confirmation, right? And this was just it's just a natural process, right? But you can grow up that still with that ingredient and not realizing that's what you're doing because this is part of life, right? You're gonna always seek some form of validation, some form of confirmation. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's when you abuse that shit, right? When you go past the goal once again, right? You see? So, like I said, when I'm talking about this presentation, it's not in no particular order. It probably won't ever be. I'll never be that professional, right? With this type of stuff because that's too much work. I'm not gonna be doing all that work. I could tell you this shit just how this shit came to me. You know what I'm saying? And then it came sporadically. It didn't come in order, linear. No. Trees ain't even linear. Leaves ain't linear. Fuck you mean? No, I didn't do none of that. So I ain't finna give you this shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you the same way I got it, right? And I'm gonna keep making these videos. I ain't monetized nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I won't, right? Because we do live in a financial system, right? And everything requires, just about everything requires fiat currency. So I wouldn't mind getting paid for what I do. But before I do that, I want to show you, give you something. I want you to believe in me, right? As much as I'm going to teach you to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, right? For right now, you have to start with belief. Believe in yourself. Once you start with believing in yourself, that's going to create a space where you can operate from. And then you're going to get to start knowing yourself. Like, whoa, I don't believe that anymore. Oh, but here's the thing. What's funny, right? And I'm new at this shit, right? I'm new with my development, right? But it's great. I can look at videos, bro. People talking about this shit now, and they can't sway me no more. At first they'll sway me like, whoa. Now I'm like, nah, I know this shit, nigga. At 4 years old, I received a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I'm sticking to the code. I'm sticking to the blueprint. Straight up. I hear y'all experiences. Yeah, it's cool. But now I'm at a point where I'm bar none with it. Like, nah. Ain't no motherfucker finna convince me just because I haven't received a certain result yet that it's not coming. I'm gonna explain to you, right? And this one I may start charging. I'm gonna be honest with you because this is real high advanced knowledge, right? I just developed it, just came up with it yesterday, or maybe, yesterday, I believe. No, a couple of days ago. I just came up with it, right? A realization. You see what I'm saying? But that's because I be into myself. And that shit's in all of us. I'm just here to let you know that. That's all. I ain't here to do nothing for you. I'm here to let you know that, and I'm going to do that. Man, look at me, bro. I look younger than a lot of you young cats out there, and y'all 25s, 20s, or 30s, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I look good, homie, for my age. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't looking like this, goddamn it, a year ago, right? No, sir, I wasn't. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't looking like this a year ago. But this what this shit does. It reversed everything. I ain't gonna say it's gonna reverse you all the way back to a baby, right? But it's gonna give you some results that you're gonna be satisfied with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you some results that you're gonna be satisfied with. And you're gonna give yourself some results that you're gonna be ecstatic about. I promise you. Just start somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trust this shit. You know, you ain't doing it since you've been losing at it all this time. What do you have to lose? Trust it. Trust it, bro. Start with identifying what's in me that's causing me to doubt. Is it my belief system, right? Is it the way that I understand religion, right? And that play a huge role. Oh, God is gonna do this. God, homie, God gave you. Let me rephrase that. The Creator gave you everything you need to survive, to live down on this earth, to have experiences down here, and to evolve. Everything, all you got to do is find it, figure it out. It's not going to be handed to you because that takes away the thrill of life. Follow me? Pay attention to these words, pay attention to these concepts because they real concepts. It takes away the thrill of life. You better hold on to that one, right? By the time I get through with you, you ain't gonna be able to be tricked. Put it that way. Motherfucker ain't gonna trick you. You're gonna be standing solid. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly would like for you guys to grow with me, right? Because like I said, I went through the ringer, right? I'm coming out the mud right now, right? Straight up out the grave with it. Yeah. And the first thing on my mind is y'all. Wow, you know what? Somebody needs to try to save some of these people. Because I done seen some people get on here on these motherfucking cameras and be acting a straight ass, a straight donkey, talking about all type of shit, right? I'm like, man, the bitch ain't said one thing about the heart. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's just fuck. Alright, so I be having my own personal opinions, and I'm not gonna really voice them because I'm really not into dissing people. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're all at different states. Whether if people are doing what they do intentionally or not intentionally or non-intentionally or whatever, right? I'm not the one to judge that because I don't know. That's not my business. Only thing I know, it's not fitting for me. But one thing I do know, when I be seeing them have a lot of numbers on their shit, I be like, whoa, man. It's a lot of people out there. It reminds me of how I was a victim, right? And I'm like, man, this video popped up in my feed. Why they shouldn't have did that? Why they pop up in my feed? Now I'm finna look at this motherfucker, and I'm gonna feel like, damn, you trying to victimize me with this bullshit. You feel me? I'm just keeping it real, Joe. 100. No more victimization here, though. But like I said, I'd like for us to grow together. You know what I'm saying? So, start with you. In your moments of silence, when you wake up sometimes in the morning, just lay in the bed. Don't even move. Just feel yourself out. Breathe. Feel it out. And you're going to know. Because the truth is there. You can't run from the truth. You can't hide it. You know what I'm saying? You might can't handle it. Right? You might don't know what to do with it. But you cannot hide it. You cannot run from it. Right? That's why they always say be honest with yourself. And the only thing they saying is accept the truth that is there. That's all they really saying when they say be honest with. Be aware of that truth. Identify with it. You know what I'm saying? Let that be your guide, right? Because a lot of us we'll see the truth and ignore that motherfucker. That's not being honest with yourself now. You know that, right? All right. So I'm gonna bring this video to a close. It was fun hanging out with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I really enjoyed doing this. I'm gonna get better at this. Right now, I just want y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Hanging there with me. We're gonna do this together. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's a good thing, Joe. You know what I'm saying? We could build us a community. You know what I'm saying? And make some things happen. Who knows? We might can create our own platform.